Hey guys, and welcome to Common Thread. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 home decor items that you're going to be wanting to look for next time you're in a thrift store. And watch until the end because I also have 3 warnings for you. Pitfalls to avoid when you're shopping for home decor items. So the first item that I want to talk about is baskets. So baskets are wonderful because they are both beautiful and useful. This is a basket that I found at a thrift store for a couple dollars, and I keep it in our bathroom with extra face cloths and hand towels in it, and it just adds a really nice touch. We have a really small bathroom, so there's not any storage inside the bathroom for those kinds of things. Another example of a basket is this. Now this, I believe, would be a mail holder. Sometimes I'll put some flowers or dried flowers in here, and it's just a really beautiful piece to hang on the wall. Another thing that I've seen trending on Facebook and Instagram regularly is wicker basket walls. So I found all of these baskets at the thrift store for between 50 and 75 cents each. So I will link a picture of where I used to have these displayed in our kitchen before we did our kitchen reno, and I'm excited to put these up just over our bed actually to add a little bit of a breakup of the color back there. So having a variety of baskets is what's important for that kind of display. So I have some that are more like bowl baskets and ones that are flatter type of baskets. The next item I'm going to share with you is one for hanging up your prints or your calendar, and that is the wooden pant hanger, I guess you would call this. So these are held together just with tension. Some of them I know have springs in them, but I like the older style wooden ones that just use the wire tension to hold them up. So these I use for holding up prints or artwork. I like using them for holding up my kids' artwork because it's just so easy to switch out whatever you have hanging up there. Really great if you have seasonal decor to be able to switch out regularly, and these you can get for really cheap. I saw I think 7 of them in a pack at Value Village for $2.50. So these are an excellent investment to add to your home decor. Another thing that I always look for in a thrift store is things that I can put a plant in. Now I love plants. I'm not the best plant mom, but I love plants. So I'm either looking for little pottery canisters. So I love this little one. It was our sugar bowl, and now I use it to hold a little plant. Or things that are a little bit more unique. So I found this a little while ago, and it's this beautiful clear glass teapot. And this I'm actually going to be putting a tiny little terrarium in here, possibly some air plants or some succulents. And I'm so excited. I think this is gonna look really great on our shelf. Another thing that is so easy to find at every thrift store is old books, especially if you're styling a shelf and you're wanting to raise things up on different parts of the shelf. Adding this or this is a great way to do that. One of these is just a pocket Oxford dictionary, and this is actually a book of poetry that my husband gave me when we were not quite dating. So these are a great and inexpensive way to sort of add interest. You can either display them with the pages forward, or you can display the spine. Just depends on the look that you're going for. Another thing, and I know you've seen other people with beautiful pieces of artwork hanging in their homes that they found for $2 at the thrift store. And I so far haven't found any big pieces that I really like, but I always check, and I always check to see if they have even some smaller pieces. And sometimes it's pieces that I wouldn't necessarily hang on my wall, but that I'll use elsewhere in my home. Now this is actually a hot plate, and you can see that it was meant to be displayed on the wall, and I could certainly do that with it. At this point I just use it as an actual hot plate, but I like it because it sort of adds some interest on my table. Now these are 2 really cute little prints that I found at the thrift store for $5 for the 2 of them, and they're just a little Dutch boy and Dutch girl. My husband's heritage is all Dutch, so I thought that these would just be a kind of fun thing to hang in the kids' room. My kids share a room. This one is needing some new tape, but I feel like finding some black tape to put around it is not going to be a big deal. Another item that you can find at the thrift store had a major comeback a couple of years ago, and that is the mason jar. Now, I realize we're not all going to be doing a million things with mason jars like we were a couple of years ago, but they still have so many uses, and I love using them to hold dried beans or flour. If you can find the older antique style, those are the ones that I like, or sometimes you can find the ones that have a wire tension top. You can obviously use these as well to hold things like a bouquet of flowers or some rocks that your toddler picked up on the road, seashells, that kind of thing. So I have a friend who is an avid thrifter, and I got her to go on a hunt for me for these amazing accordion peg hangers. She found them for me a few months ago, and recently she was telling me, oh, I wish I had known to keep looking for some for myself, because they're so handy, and I just love the way they look. You can get them in different sizes and different types of wood. I have a little one here. The uses for these are endless. And again, these you can find at the thrift store for a couple dollars each. It sort of depends on where you're shopping. Value Village, I find, has higher priced items. Some of the smaller thrift stores usually have lower prices on their items. A place that I always look in the thrift store is the wood section. Usually they have little wooden shelves, the peg hangers like these, and they often also have really beautiful wooden bowls. I have a gorgeous wooden bowl that I got in Kenya years ago, but it's cracked, so I've been looking for one to replace it, and I think that I might have found it. This one I found at the Salvation Army, and it was $7, which felt like a little bit much, but it's beautiful. It's in excellent condition, and I'm really excited to sort of style this on my table. These are just beautiful pieces to add wherever. You can useful, beautiful pieces, and so I would definitely recommend check out the wood section in your thrift store and look for some wooden bowls. Another thing that I always look for is pieces that I don't love at the moment, but that I could change fairly quickly to love them more. And this shelf is a piece just like that. I don't love the folk art painting on it, but I'm really excited to spray paint this white and use it as a display for things that my kids find on walks, so feathers and little stones, that kind of thing, and hang it either in the room or the living room. I'm not quite sure yet. One more thing, if you're looking for home decor items, a place that you might not think to look is actually the clothing section. And I usually do this because I'm looking for fabrics. So I have this, it is a maxi skirt, but I love the iCat fabric, and I'm planning on using this to make some pillows. And that is such a simple DIY that I really can't justify going and spending $20 or $30 on a beautiful pillow when I know that I can make it with some thrifted fabric for just a couple of dollars. The last thing that I want to talk about is finding pieces at the thrift store that are going to be your storage items. Now, if you have kids like me, they have a lot of stuff, and it's hard sometimes to store those things in a cute and nice way. So looking for things like old suitcases or briefcases, trunks, or again, baskets, things that are going to look really nice but also have a purpose in storing things. So now for my 3 things to avoid when you are shopping for home decor items. The first one is, don't just buy things because it's a good deal. Make sure that when you're buying something that it is exactly what you want, or that it's not very hard to get it from being what it is to being exactly what you want. The second thing is to buy things knowing where you're going to put it in your home, because it's really easy to buy a ton of things at the thrift store and then afterwards come home with a bag of stuff and not really know where you're going to put it, and just know that you liked it. So an example of this actually is this shelf. I bought this probably a year ago, and I haven't spray painted it and I haven't found somewhere for it. Now, we have since moved from the house, so I had the idea that I would put this up in our kids' room at our old house, but now that we're at our new house, I don't actually know where I'm gonna put it. So that's just an example of buying things that you don't actually have a place for yet. So keep a list on your phone Keep a list of things that you need, whether it's a bedside lamp, or you need a throw blanket, or you need something to put your kids' toys in. So keep a list on your phone, and it might not be very specific, so you might just want something to put your kids' toys in, but you don't know if you need like a basket or a box, or I need something to put on my shelf next to that thing, and I want it to be a neutral color. So keep a list on your phone of the things that you are looking for and needing. My third tip is to smell the item before you buy it. Especially things like wicker or wood, those are gonna hold smells. So thank you guys so much for watching, and put down in the comments any tips that you have on thrifting home decor items and your favorite home decor item that you have thrifted. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos like this, thrifting hauls, some DIYs. I'm really excited to get going on this channel. Thank you, and see you guys next time.